And a surprise, at least it was a surprise to me, and it seemed to be a surprise to a lot of people. Marvel Studios said, we're back. Because we haven't gotten, other than the shows, there's been no hint of what's going on in the movie. And they last week dropped, I guess it's a teaser you would call it, but it's it's 2 or 3 minutes long.
It's their Phase 4 sort of compilation teaser trailer with all the footage and everything that's coming.
So lots of surprises. I figure what we'll do is I'll just try and play this and stop it when we want to talk about something here. So the first thing you'll notice that we really loved is this Stan Lee voiceover.
Oh, yeah. I got chills.
Yeah. I'm hoping the really crappy frame rate will avoid copyright issues.
It's the most incredible thing in the world.
What are you doing? Oh, this is nice.
That world may change and evolve. But the one thing that will never change, we're all part of one big family.
Loved that.
Yep.
I mentioned this before we started rolling.
Yeah, let me pause this because I want to bring that up while we're on group.
Batman next to you.
I swear he said Batman next to you. So let's start with that little clip they showed of Groot. I've always found it interesting. James Gunn is very vocal on Twitter without throwing too many spoilers. For instance, he said, everyone's wondering, he's like, oh, you're totally bringing Yondu back, right? And he's like, no, that would cheapen his death.
Right.
He also has often been asked, he's like, is baby Groot / now teenage Groot, is that just the same Groot? He's like, no. He's like, that Groot is dead. This is a whole new Groot with a different personality and different experiences. But the big thing this week, Dave Bautista has been doing the rounds because he's in he's the star of Army of the Dead.
Right.
He first off, him and James Gunn made Dave Bautista a movie star. He was obviously already a wrestling star, right? So in the interviews, it turns out Bautista had a role written for him in the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one coming out, and he turned that down to be an Army of the Dead for
who was he going to play in the Suicide Squad?
What's that again?
Who was he gonna play?
No idea. They didn't reveal that. I don't know if it was
Croc,
a character they just didn't include, or
I
doubt it was I feel like the Peacemaker was written for Cena.
Okay,
but he turned that down to be an Army of the Dead to work with Snyder, and because it was a leading role, and he's really been wanting to get a big time leading role. But the bigger news is he said after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Bautista said this. He said, I will no longer be playing Drax. He's like, that's going to be it for me playing Drax. And then James Gunn piped in and said, that's going to be it for Drax. So I expect, since Gunn's just now writing the story for this, that actually he may not be. He's still working on that Peacemaker series. Anyway, when he gets to that, I feel like Drax is going to, I kind of hope he has a happily ever after, but you never know with James Gunn. So
it's one of the built-in things you have to assume with these Marvel films. The success is fantastic. Actors like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., these folks, they make movies and movies. At some point, they're going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And so as much as we would love to just keep having the same cast and the same people and over, and that's, I think, where they're trying to move into this, Phase 4, introduce, we spoke last week about Shang-Chi, and with the Black Widow sort of prequel and, a focus on other characters. I think they're going to probably keep things very interesting as they move into the future. But, at some point you're going to have to bid farewell to some of these actors and some of these roles.
Yeah, I worry about some of their castings in that they got the best person for the job, for instance, Doctor Strange, but they also cast Benedict Cumberbatch. And, when they cast Robert Downey Jr., he was, that was his comeback. That was kind of the second phase of his comeback. He was given a chance. They were able to sign him to a blockbuster deal eventually to get him to finish out his arc. Someone like Benedict Cumberbatch, he's doing Doctor Strange 2. He's already done 2 Avengers movies. I don't know how much they have him locked up for, but he's one of those that he's one more Oscar-winning movie away from not being feasible anymore. Let's see. There was another. They got Angelina Jolie in the Eternals is a coup. She
A coup?
yeah, she only works when she wants to. She's done.
Yeah.
She does what she finds fun, or she directs. So I don't know. So anyway, let's continue this trailer here. This glorious thing.
He's your brother.
Oh,
That woman
yes,
over
I do
there,
that every time I
she's
see
her sister.
Higher, further, faster,
T'Challa.
baby.
That's right.
We're all part of one universe
Wakanda forever!
that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.
what's that spell called?
On your left.
I love these theater reaction things.
Avengers!
Yep.
The cat. I didn't
And so-
notice that last time.
Flirkin. It's not a cat. So now we finally get to these teasers for what's coming
Yes.
for the Phase 4 stuff. Cannot wait for this.
Yeah, that looks more fun.
I love that we got to look at the Taskmaster finally in that the latest trailer for that.
Yeah, so he's able to use like everybody's powers. We'll have to talk about that closer to its.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw him with Black Panther's claws.
Yep.
Oh, are they in San Francisco? That's going to be awesome. Oh, wait, does that mean he's going to meet Ant-Man?
Good question.
That sword is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
We're the ones who changed everything.
That's such a mystery.
Yes.
So is that. That's going to be a
That-
hoot.
Yeah.
That's a mystery.
Yep.
This was a surprise. So that's
I
going to
thought
be
so too.
Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and we assume Monica Rambeau. But this right here,
There.
it's like,
Now we
where's the
get to
date? Give us the date.
Yeah.
We want the date.
You can tack on a Blizzard Entertainment trademarked coming soon.
Oh, look, that when
To
I hadn't
that.
played that slide, I didn't want it to play that slide yet. But yeah,
Well-
so so much. The people are already fantastic. Fan casting Fantastic Four. They have been since it was announced like 2 years ago. And I'm not gonna lie, fan casts are generally terrible. The only one that I agree with is John Krasinski as Reed Richards. We don't need to be honest, they could get the guy that did it in the original Fantastic Four movie because Reed
Yeah,
Richards,
Ian,
I've never pictured Reed Richards as being a young man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the way they draw him sometimes with the white streaks in his hair.
Right. Which I think they did at one point in the was it Universal? Was it Paramount? Who
Fox.
produced the it was Fox.
That's one of the ones they got
Fox.
from Fox. If it were Universal
Yeah.
or Sony, was the ones that had the others. If it was Sony, we would be in the same situation we are with Spider-Man. But
Yeah,
apparently
and that's,
Sony's realized the potential, and I don't think that's going to be an issue going forward.
And that's one of the rare examples where an actor has played two different characters in the Marvel, sort of extended MCU.
Chris Evans.
Right? Yeah.
Two big
Chris Evans.
characters, though, and it's not like
Yeah.
oh, the guy's name I can never pronounce, who is played at least 2 characters in the DC universe. He played the king of the I can't remember the name of which kingdom in Atlantis.
Namor.
They were the fish people, and he got killed. And he's also Shazam the wizard.
Right.
And
Jumon
Digimon.
Hunso. Jumon
Yep.
Hunso.
Yeah, and he's also in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's a Kree, a Kree badass.
Ian Griffud is the name of the who played Reed Richards in those films.
I
And
can't
then you
see him
had
now
the-
without him picture. If you watch, like, when I watched the CW hero shows all the time, they would continually have the commercial for this weird show where he apparently was like
Immortal.
Yeah, and it's always
Forever.
like, it's a long story. And every time I see his face now, every time.
That was a great show.
Really?
I have to say, yeah, it was a little nostalgic and a little.
Always worry about anything on CW Seed. That it's like
Yeah.
CW Seedy. It seems like it's like CW Rejects.
No, that show originally aired on Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But pretty good show, actually. Check that out. But Miles Teller is the actor who's done a lot of work in recent years, who played the younger Reed Richards in the 2015.
Actually, if you ever
Four.
want to be a big time character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you just got to play Johnny Blaze. Because Michael B. Jordan was him in the movie you're talking about, the most recent Fantastic Four.
That's
And
right.
then he became Killmonger.